This super scary XRP chart tells us that a potential bearish period of 240 days up to 778 days could be next on the horizon for XRP. In this very important video, guys, I want to show you the most important charts to look at, the most important metrics, data points, all related to XRP and to the crypto market. So if you're still invested, if you're still here, if you're still watching these videos, don't forget to smash up the like button and let's get straight into the content. So guys, this is XRP's Gaussian channel here on the 3-day time frame, and what you can see here is super interesting going back to 2014, because the moment you break below the Gaussian channel with a 3 daily candle close, that is usually the start of a significant bear market and a very long bearish period in the market, with a minimum of 240 days as we saw here with the breakdown in 2014, but up to 778 days here as we have seen in 2019. And what you can see right now, guys, is that XRP broke below its 3 daily Gaussian channel. So this is by no means anything bullish. And yes, history shows us that whenever you break below this Gaussian channel, as I said, a prolonged period of bearish price action usually follows next here. But guys, before you flip extremely bearish, there is one exception here, because in 2024, right before XRP's massive price explosion, price also broke below the Gaussian channel, but that was actually a fake out and we recovered fairly quickly, and we have seen massive upside for XRP. Price basically went from 40 cents up to $3 plus here for XRP. So if this is also a fake signal that we're seeing right now, then we could potentially be at the bottom, and a huge recovery, a huge move to the upside to new all-time highs could be next for XRP. But definitely pay close attention to this chart, because usually it is a very bearish and negative signal. The next thing that I want to show you here is a comparison which I made between Bitcoin on the left hand side of your screen and XRP on the right hand side of your screen, and I posted XRP will explode just like Bitcoin did. And if you look at Bitcoin here on the left hand side, this is the price action from 2023, where Bitcoin consolidated for a very long time before eventually a huge move to new all-time highs. So you can see that the price action of XRP looks fairly similar. We had that massive move into this consolidation phase, so we are right now spotting a potential reaccumulation pattern here for XRP. And the moment XRP breaks above its 200-day moving average here in this orange color, that is basically the moment when I do expect explosive price movements to the upside potentially here for XRP, and that comes in at roughly $2.70. So if this was about to play out, then we could expect the same thing as we saw for Bitcoin here in 2023. But I found this a very interesting comparison, because yes, you can see that the price action looks very similar here for XRP. The next thing to pay close attention towards is that we are still seeing extreme fear in the market. So this market right now is clearly getting ruled by fear. We have seen extreme fear for a very long period now. Last month was also extreme fear, and we do know, if we look at history, that buying assets into extreme fear is basically the best thing to do and usually presents a very lucrative buying opportunity. Here you can see XRP's weekly time frame. Down below we have the crypto fear and greed index, and you can see that each and every time if you buy the fear, it usually pays off with significant gains here on the weekly time frame. So I would say, guys, definitely don't fade this huge opportunity that we're spotting right now for XRP and for crypto. Yes, there are always two sides of the coin. On one hand, we're seeing potential bearish signs, but on the other hand, there are definitely signs pointing towards a bottom and to a potential huge rally that could be next for crypto and for XRP. And guys, if you're looking for an exchange to use to buy or to trade XRP or crypto, I would highly recommend to do that over on BLOFIN, which is a link down below in today's video description. BLOFIN currently offers up to 100% cashback plus a loss rebate, but only valid with my link down below in today's video description. Another huge benefit from my link is that your trading fees are going to be among the lowest in the industry, which can definitely save you a lot of fees over time. So check it out if you're interested. And if you're really serious about technical analysis, if you want to learn everything about it, everything about TradingView, if you want to be the best in spotting buying opportunities, then check out my Chart Like a Pro TA course, which is the first link down below in today's video description. If you click this link, then you will get directed to my Patreon page where you can basically purchase this course, or you can check out the preview first. Keep in mind, guys, I put a lot of effort into this course, a lot of time. It's worth it in my personal opinion, and hopefully it's going to help you in your journey to become better in technical analysis, in trading and in investing. So check it out if you're interested. First link down below in the video description. And here another important on-chain metric. Glassnode confirms XRP is in full capitulation. Realized losses just spiked to the highest level since April 2025. And you can see that on this chart. Here you can see that the realized losses here in this red color are currently spiking very high, and the last time we saw this obviously was in April 2025. And if I take you to the chart, April 2025, there was a lot of fear in the market, and you can see that that was actually a huge buying opportunity for XRP and for the crypto market. So yeah, retail is panicking, people are capitulating, people are extremely fearful, bearish, expecting lower prices, and that is usually where the biggest opportunity is. Also here, XRP investors are now at or near loss levels as net unrealized profit and loss ratio drops below 0.25. You can see that over here, guys, fewer people are still in profit, and that also usually presents a very good opportunity. Whenever the majority of the investors are in profit, as I notified you in July of this year, also in January earlier this year and December last year, it is usually a very good opportunity to take some profit off the table, because typically price tends to enter a correction from of such levels. But right now, guys, we're seeing the opposite. Less people are in profit, and this is usually a very lucrative opportunity. Another thing to pay attention to is that Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve, he said we'll be adding reserves at a certain point, and yeah, he is hinting at quantitative easing, which is of course a very bullish thing for risk on assets and for markets in general. And several banks and news outlets are currently saying that Jerome Powell is likely to push through another rate cut this week. So yeah, all eyes on the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell, because rate cuts are in general a very bullish thing for the markets as well. And we also do know that there is still a lot of demand for XRP from an institutional perspective, because XRP ETFs have officially crossed 1 billion in value, as you can see over here, which is absolutely significant and a huge milestone. And this shows us that there is a lot of demand for XRP behind the scenes, and at some point I do think that price is gonna show this. And here you can also see that Franklin Templeton, another huge asset manager, calls it XRP's institutional breakout phase. So yeah, a lot of people are bullish on XRP, a lot of big players as well, and I think it's best to follow the smart money. If we look at XRP's liquidation heat map here in the immediate short term, then we can still see that the majority of the liquidity is still stacked up above XRP's current price, and we do know that price always goes after the highest liquidity sooner rather than later to liquidate the most amount of people. And it's of course not just XRP. If we look at HBAR, for example, here on the daily time frame, then we can still see this huge bullish divergence, which is right now forming, where the RSI is shaping higher lows, but price is making lower lows, and at some point this is most likely going to lead to a massive trend reversal, just like we have seen here in 2024, right before a massive explosion here for HBAR. So guys, pay attention to this. I'm extremely bullish right now. I think patience is the name of the game for XRP and for the crypto market. Let me know down below what you think. What is your opinion? Are you bullish? Are you bearish on this market? Also, don't forget to like the video if you appreciate the content. I want to thank you all for watching, for the support of course, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye bye.